Morning, peeps. I just needed to share a thought. Ladies and gentlemen, listen up, guys. I am forced to say something, and it may not go down well with a lot of people, but it still doesn't mean we're not going to say it either way. It's very important for the guys whose webenta penis will not stay in one pussy to please help in harnessing their homes, making it right. Maka echi, maka ordinary. It's important to note that some guys have sworn maka chineke that they will never ever be stable with one pussy. And they've kept that promise that they made to themselves. They just go from one skirt to another, one pussy to another. Guys, nwoke na-abụ ọnụ kata oje kụchalụ. Don't get it wrong. But whilst nkụchalụ is involved, you must, as a man, know where to draw the line. Just know where to draw the line. If I am going to solicit on behalf of the ladies, can we tell the guys through this means that condoms are between 200, 300, 500, 1,000, 2,000? Afunu be mo condom mo 5,000. Afunu romya, except there is somewhere else. But I think I haven't quite seen, you know. Can they please imbibe the process of using condoms in going to various dume at the same time? Reason being that we're not just saying that the diseases around town is beginning to become too much. We're equally drawing to the attention of the guys that their processes of procreation is becoming alarming and very, very discomforting. Their processes of getting children left, right, and center is becoming unbearable for women. Yesterday, only to realize that Mr. Ibu had 15 children and 2 on the way. This is not a video to ridicule him. This is a video to draw to the minds of the guys whose prick will not stay in a place at a given time to please zip up and possibly throw away the keys. Now, mom. Now, mom. Do you understand? I do not understand how these guys who think they are cheating the world behave without preparing the grounds for posterity, without a desinelo umuhoife before dying. Nobody should die. If your dick will not be in a place and you procreate So many kids at various places, and you think you're going to dump them and go and die. Please don't die. You're important to people. Yes, don't die. Zuba, omutaru zuo. Zuba, don't die, yo. This is a very important notice, to say the least. Guys, pussy not the same. Pussy not the same. Okwa packaging ya with the difference. Only packaging. Only just packaging. But I swear, if you love a girl so much, no matter how she is, if you enter there, you go see say not the same. Just that excitement, just the same thing. Can you guys not help yourselves in protecting your dicks to prevent procreation all and around at a given time? For goodness sakes. Yesterday, we were as much as serious pandemonium all everywhere. Azokatalozo ma onye ga-anọ n'iru moto ambulance. It's crazy. Guys, I would repeat, if your prick cannot be in a place at a time, do yourselves well to help the women. Since you have money and you can get any kind of girl that you want because you have money, please, Imota, Zoya, build a house for the girl. If you as much as want to marry them all, build a house for each of them separately. Keep visiting and kegaria yourself separately. Kezaya, just go from place to place in marrying your various wives and girlfriends and concubines. Instead of you're not even raising kids. In a child producing factory, you would not even know how many children that you have at a time in your life. Uzu. You would not know how many children you have in a given time in your life as a man. How insensitive. Imuzie, you now leave the drama for the girls. You leave the drama for the women that you impregnated all and around. Asi so asi. Asi so asi. Were atai de umuasa. Nke futara ikwe ye nkwa, nke putara ikwe ye nkwa. Ye alole a skyscraper. In fact, every car that is passing on the way, written goods only, is owned by you. And then get all the girls that you want, deceive all of them, impregnate all of them. They don't even know that the same way you're is the same way you're impregnating the other one. It's the same way you're impregnating another one. They will just find themselves in a dilemma. I swear down. For real? For real? Dimpa no katone zuzugari. Ne megeri. Feel you don't have a phone. God damn it. It's not fun. Are you for real? Ine zuzu nyoko. Amuge enweho respect. Ebo futara okpo ye. Kwuru. Chobe ebo na aba. You are an idiot. Seriously. No respect whatsoever for your prick. You don't have taste, class. Anywhere you come out, every state you travel to, Chineke nabakwara ekwensu mba o. Ụmụ nwaanyị afụ shikwe n'anya n'obodo nka. Oh. Yeah. If you, in fact, woto, God bless you. If you do not know anything about polygamy, jụọ ndị nna nna anyị a who are still alive now, how they married 2 to 3, 4 wives and how they sustained them at various intervals. The reason they married those women then was because agriculture was the in thing then. And they married those women so they can have children who could help them in their processes of agricultural produce. That was the real issue. That was the real intent of fathers then marrying 1, 2, and 3, and 4 wives. Sugar. But guys now, onye kpata nwa nchoncho ego anaghị agba rọba. He now feels he can cheat the world by sleeping with various women everywhere in every state. Before we were thinking it were only drivers and police people and probably army people. Right now, we have them everywhere. Some are having 2 girls that are pregnant for the same guy at the same time. How disrespectful. Nya, ị na-ataidi onye ọzọ, thunder fire you. You know, get sense. Na so una go dey share candida. Onye gwọkata ike agwụ. Nkata ọgwụ dị ka candida asisi nke anụnwa. The girl will not know that is a consistent meeting another girl who is suffering from the same candida because she's treating herself alone without treating the man, and the man without treating his girlfriend. He keeps revolving the candidacies around all the girls. Haba. Eh? No single noise when grandfathers marry 2, 3, 4 wives. No one noise. Oruo ha, ụmụ ikorobịa jụ na anya aja ha iku ume. Ha na-emegheri uru akpagharị, ezuzugeri, atụgharị ụmụ nwaanyị ime aghara. Ewo. Ikenna Unachukwu. Oh yes, I agree that some of these girls want to get pregnant because they've seen money somewhere owned by some guys. But how interesting is it when the guys who saw themselves as having when the big boy eru rapoba eru guy. Ike, let me tell you, okwifulo tu anno anu me ebe ezigbote okwe, but eru ukuma eru. It's not a joke. Obuho onye photogenia. Obuho every dick and Harry photogenia. How can the guys be fucking around and impregnating girls all and around? Omaho muno noche. Eh? You wouldn't know how many kids you've got until a fool say a na canopy. Then they will start arriving like some bees from various quarters. Excuse me? No, it's not right. It's not right. Mba, it's not right. Guy, let me even remind us as Igbo people. I will be a custodian of Igbo culture tradition. Let me tell us. Some guys in a problem. The problem is the annual chore departments. Lillian is saying, my grandfather married 15 wives, and only my grandmother is the last wife, and they lived all in peace. Did you hear that? Enwe reason eji anu multiple wives. Ndị Hausa na-anụ multiple wives. Na-anụ multiple wives because ọchọ ije na dume nwaanyị na-afụ nsọ ya, he cannot. He needs to go to the other person. That's the reason ndị Hausa ji anụ barada nwaanyị. Not because now Obatal Nukwego, no. It's just their religion. That's by the way. I need to come back to what I'm saying. The truth is, there are no actual departments of guys that we have because we've seen that so many people are intolerant of marital matrimony and the. So they just believe in the actual department. They just marry a girl. They are comfortable. If the girl fucks up, the next thing they chases her away and remarry someone else, and they keep remarrying. But trust me, if you've not done this, go and do it. Inu kata nwaanyị dịka omenala Igbo si dị. Nuru onye asaa, 7. 7. 5 plus 2, 7. Ije kpụọ arụ. Ịkpụcha arụ. Ibidokwa n'isi goba from number 1. Ịkpụọ arụ after dispatching 7 girls ịnụla anụ mee ego ha. Ịkpụcha arụ, then you come back and begin afresh to count. But some guys have even exceeded 7 wives and have not kpụọ arụ and have continued to marry and marry and marry and marry. Mbosi Chukwu ga-akpọ gị ọkụ. Mbosi anaghị atụnite gị. Nigeria ga-adị gị ka Africa. I'm telling you. Ozikwede mmadụ nwe ọgọdọ ewu na-ata. Like, I don't get it. I don't even know what to say. But I would still plead with the guys. If you as much as want to marry more than a wife, let it be genuine and legitimate. No problem. We don't have a problem with that. I personally don't have a problem with that. But if you're married to someone like me, Biko, ala Elena, Ola Niyi, Ola Not, Ola Peku, Ola Dimeji, so soro, ina ala Eli. Kezaya. Hai nwoke a na-azakwunu Kezaya o Chineke gbakwara ekwensu mba. God damn it. Ineke yeri nwe egbe nta ga everywhere. Every woman now knows the size of your nwe egbe nta. Hey, way. God have mercy. May I tell you people something? I don't know how jealous I am, but I am as jealous as when a man hears that this guy have strafed me and it's in the past. And he goes somewhere else and hears somebody says the same thing. And goes somewhere else and hears somebody says the same thing. And maybe in the space of a year, he has seen and has known more than 5 or 6 or 10 of the guys who sit down in a joint to say they have strafed me. I am that shy. Believe me. I am that shy. Let me also state clearly that as much as women now bring children when a man dies, it's also time for men to begin to take action, the guy, to do basic DNA tests. DNA test. It looks like DNA tests are so expensive that people do not afford it or cannot afford it on maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 10 kids. But I think if people can afford a DNA test, During Abiola's death, I think over 100 people came out to say that they are Abiola's children. But when a DNA was conducted, it wasn't up to 50 or 60 that came out to be his child or children. I think DNA tests should also be imbibed when women come forth with various children at a given time when a man passes on to say it's his child, probably because the man is having or has got some things that needs to be shared, or stuffs like that. DNA should now come in. Believe me, if the DNA people can actually reduce the price for DNA tests, they will reduce various hazards that props up when a man dies. Truly, it will reduce it. I don't know why a man should not identify with his child when he's alive. And then when he's dead, then I go with my child to go and identify with him. Hey, you have to be kidding me. Uchimu. Whoa. Ka ihe nracha si ame. Uturu panakwa mmiri ga-ekpiri. Like, you do not identify with me when I had a child for you. Then when you pass on, then I then come for your burial with the child to come and identify with you. No zoo. I'm telling you. You didn't identify with me. Umunege did not identify with me. Your brothers and sisters who knew when we were dating did not identify with me. But when you died, they called on me. You nwoke nkwara. Di nkwara. Onye nke a nkwara. Ka I wee bịa mgbaru. Biko ị bịawakwa ịkpọta nwa. Amụbeghị onye kwurie. Aka amụ nụrụ onye kwurie. You know? Haba. Nwoke amazi na na-eke ekpe na ndụ. Because why? They do not even know how many children that they have. What a shame. What a shame. Which kind of people we get like this now? Like, guys do not know that Nando, whilst a man is alive and strong, that he needs to write a will. Do you think that when a man writes a will, he's about to die? Is that what you're thinking? Think again. It's not correct. Think again. Ikuku. Do you know that a lot of women do not bring forth their children to various homes when the man passes on because of various dramas that will ensue? Do you know that? Thank you, Ikuku. Ikukuoma, thank you for this statement. A lot of women do not even show the faces of their children in any burial where they know that their boyfriend had passed or has passed because of the kind of drama that will come up during and after that burial. But let's be realistic. The kids of nowadays are not even the kids that we can put in our armpit and lock up or broad day in cha. Kids, Keta, they are wiser than okay. Nchichi. You know Nchichi is very wise. Okay, with a classification. Nchichi may be crawling here now and o man chọrọ igbu because n'itigo ebe ọ nọ ihe ọ daa mbiri mechie ọnụ until izuzucha afọ o jewekwa ebe ọ na-eje. The children now are so wise that by themselves, as they grow up, they will begin to ask you, Mommy, where is my daddy? Who is my daddy? Egwu daddy, egwu ya ihe ọ na-eme. Ojira aki ya by themselves, jebe daddy. Resi enyanwa obere okwute na ọ na-eme. The Those are the kind of children that we're grooming now. It's not about what the woman or what the women have told the kids. It's also not about what the men has told the children. It's only ebe nwaanyị nwoke zụrụ nwa ka ụmụ ha anaghị like ije chọwa anybody but mama. They just take anybody their father later marries as theirs. But the children by themselves wake up one day and go in search of the father somewhere, somehow. And they will get in contact. God will punish you if you're the woman who have put in a lot of things in the child's head about the father. And then the father is not actually what you've instilled in him about the father. Oh hate is yeg, oh hate pog. Ina-ajụ ọkwa nwa ịzụrụ. Ina-ajụ onwe gị ọkwa nwa ịzụrụ because you're about to lose the child. He will only come back and continually go back to his father's place all the time. That's it about a male child. So, ịmara ihe asa onye mụtara nwoke nwa, azọdụ na ide nwa ahụ, azọ na title ahụ. Let it flow. Let them have peace. Let them talk when they want to. Let them visit when they want to. Iwu abụrụ na onye mụọlụ nwa ga-anụ gị. Ọ bụrụ iwu, o nwere ebe edere na bylaw that whoever you give birth for needs to marry you. It's not a must. It's never written anywhere. Allow them have time. Let them talk. Let them gist. Father and child, no problem. He's with you. That's all that matters. He will understand that you never were in any battle with his father. Father is around, but not with my mom because he's not married to my mom. But he's somewhere and somehow he's going to see father and he wants to get something from father. That way you are at peace, he's at peace, and that's it. But guys luring girls to marriage. And guys keeping concubines all and around. And guys housing girls, side chicks, everywhere. Impregnating them without letting the real wives to know that you have children outside. And telling the wives how many that the children are before you die. Then when you die, the first wife is now hearing that there is another wife somewhere, and there is another wife somewhere, and there is a concubine somewhere, and there is a girlfriend somewhere else. Haba. Anyị bụkwa mmadụ. No. The things I'm saying this morning is the things that the guys will not even tolerate. I've seen guys who broke up with a girl because she had a child one time in her life without letting them know that she once had a child. I've seen marriages broke. Bam, 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 bam. Everybody go your way. You know? Everybody go your way. Guys do not tolerate that kind of ridiculous, crazy character. Knowing that she had a child but didn't let you know. Because of such thing, some women now call their children their brother. Some women call their children their cousin. I don't understand that reason for calling my child my brother or calling him, hey, if you break that iPad, and God, man, go to. I don't know why that would be. I don't know whether it's because of shame or whether it's because she wants to get married to someone or that she is aspiring to get married to. I don't know why I should hide the child in a bid to get at someone else or get entangled with some guy. I think the first things one should tell a guy is but I'm fine. If he wants you, he wants you. If he doesn't want you, for goodness sake. And a lot of guys who have children that they do not know they have are so much. Recklessness, insensitivity. Without. And they that when a man goes to a woman's pussy without, I don't even know what you expect in return. Also, we are also half or bro fumboro, half umboro. I don't know what you are expecting. I was here go na de me. Hey, also fumboro angel, come on a mag, it's only jump 100 before you match. Yeah. You want bread? Then you can have. You understand? So, Kai, man, the more the words, the less the meaning. How does that profit anyone? Guys, chigari kwano no machigari ano. I'm telling you. There are things that when they do to you, you will not be happy. Please, can you all stop doing it to the girls? I beg you. Hey, don't do that, please. Take the bread. Go that way. Can you all stop doing that thing to girls? It's important. You know? Stop doing it at all. How can one have 15 children without letting the wife, first wife, second wife, third wife, fourth wife, fifth wife, sixth wife? No. No more look 15 and 17. Pathetic. 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 Ijide ezinono inagari. Chicks who are supposed to have fun, make merry, that their husband died after a while, and they'll be happy together as wives, co-wives, and the rest of it. Because need ibutel catastrophe, na the entire place. The place becomes very toxic that can be a good morning. Nobody wants to go the same route with the other. Nobody wants to eat from the other spot. Nobody wants to shake hands with the other. Nobody wants to say morning to the other. Nobody wants to know how the other children are faring. Because a man, in his stupidity, brought trouble by himself to his home for his wives and children, forgetting that echi telaka without rectification. Ikehelu di okpara ihe, ikehelu ụmụ ihe, ikehelu ndị nwunye gị ihe. You just died. Oh my gosh. For goodness sakes. Yeah? For goodness sakes. Girls, Kukuma, Catherine, thank you very much. Can girls truly be truthful to themselves? Can girls really be truthful to themselves? It's very important. I don't know how to explain this. I don't know how to explain this. What makes you think that money doesn't finish? Is there anything that made you think na ego anara agwụ agwụ? Up nepa, kizito. Ọbụkwasị ọkwa ezigbote up nepa ka anọ ihe anụwa. Hey, oh, you heard that sound, crazy. Hey, are there ways that girls will ask questions to the guys who come around them? Have you got a wife? Yes. How many of them? 2, 3, 4. Wow. Have you got kids? Yes. How many kids have you? Oku. Do you want me as a girlfriend? Yes. Okay. I think I like you. We can roll. And then you roll with the guy 1 year, 2 years, or takurun. And then he says, I want to marry you. That's okay, no problem. But when you find him so interesting, from when you find him so interesting that you think having a child will hold him down. When you think by having a child, you want to hold him down, That's where you begin to have a serious dilemma. Because not all the guys want the pregnancy that you said you have or carry. Some just wanted you for a little fun, and then you ended up getting pregnant. Some just wanted you na the sharp mara ebe okwe ka anyị na-ebegodo okwe anụnwa while it lasts, while we're friends. And then you take your decision by yourself just to deluru onwe gị ime mụọrọ onwe gị nwa. That's another thing that a man doesn't want in his life. He may have told you he doesn't want another child. He may have told you, and then EJ did the hey, I don't want to do abortion. Hey, I don't want to commit abortion. Hey, I don't. You know, Megiri. EJ motaru akanoguri kandonga nwa. Ezbuta akanoguri. Just money misro do akanoguri. EJ motari ya nwa ogoire ebe agwiri ibe chobako onye ọzọ. Inania. He will just count you as one of his censors and look for another woman and continue where he stopped. Motherfuckers. Because you're pregnant, I don't want to do an abortion. I don't want to get rid of it. How can you advise me to get rid of it? At my age, you want me to get rid of a pregnancy? Guy, if you're not responsible, you're irresponsible. And God will punish you if you think that you're going to make an irresponsible man responsible. Because of your life. How do you classify an irresponsible man? An irresponsible man deals recklessly with his home. That's an irresponsible man. Okuloze Mozo is an irresponsible man. He says one thing and he does another. An irresponsible man is a shameless man who does not care how he turns out or how his family turns out. So we are idiot. So we are that's an irresponsible man. Or marebu muyano, or mahihu muyadekia, or na has anybody. So we are that's an irresponsible man. He doesn't take anything seriously. So we no koma. How can you go and get entangled with such person? I beg, let guys understand. Na neke benando before a war. Let guys understand that will writing, women too, will writing is not a bad feeling. That you write a will doesn't mean you're dying tomorrow. Any reason, any why. You always need to get prepared for death. It doesn't happen with pam pam or pam pam mobiaba. You must prepare yourself very well before dagumberede. That's the truth. Stop mugeri umuke kusikene mugeri nwa agara agara kusikene nzuzugeri idebegodo umu asa agara agara ibi ifota na Akwa Ibom emere transfer inwe asa ifota na Lagos inwe asa transfer ifota na Uyo inwe asa transfer o aga harige abeg aga harige. Well, that's it for this morning. I hope this sings. Guys, stop playing around without condoms. Gotie, umunwanyi, help your men. If we hana dig bunyen rageri, nyaka goterie condoms. That's the much you can do for him. Nyaka makandogo. Makandogo. Buy him one. Tinye na briefcase ya kopuria. Makandogo maka BP. Girl, eje wana achoro masa banyo. Just to bute problem tisa no n'etiti ụmụasa kwesịrị ị na-enwere nwa obi aṅụrị. They happy. Becha akwa, ibere akwa ruo mgbe ebi. Because you went to get you entangled with one useless man. I beg. Polygamy, enwediri ihe eji ga-eme. I don't think na enwere ihe eji ga-eme. Because down here, you're not favorable. But aside there be the favorable. Let the guys there continue with what you are in real terms. But for here, especially an Igbo, we are not used to it. It doesn't work for us. It's just been catastrophe. and catastrophic all of the time. So, nyabadaba, nyabadaba, it's not been favorable down here. Guys, we're not saying do not Jane Adume from every quarter, but we're saying please play safe. Edutere monya, as nwa konye zuwade ka gini were me konye zuwa abeg. It's so annoyingly annoying. So crazy. Yesterday na Beri Ali Ibu, I'm not sure na ụmụ nwaanyị bụrụ nwunye Ibu ndị nwunye Ibu na ha datarụ 10,000 dokatara ọnụ except our friends ha nyere ha ya. Ka mgbara okwu asị ọsọ ha nweghị onye n'ime ha ya data 500,000. Why? Because they did not come out as ndị a na-akwadi ha. Ebe onye nke a ya na-azọ ọnya bụ isi nwaanyị ọya bụ ọdụdụ ka ọya bụ etiti ka ọya bụ last. Ebe ebidogoro kemgbe ụtụtụ chọba kedu onye ya nọ na ambulance. Ebe a na-asị na ụmụ asaa karịrị ụmụ karịkwuo, there is no peace in the house. Onye a na-emerụ ihe aha anwụfugoro onwe ya jewere onwe ya. Ndị dị ndụ atọ na nụkwara m ọ ihe m bịara for real. For goodness sake, if these women were given the right orientation as ndị nwunye, I'm not sure either of them ga na-enwe anya ụfụ. Ọkwa na-ede nwoke na-anọdụ ụmụ nwaanyị aghara ọkwa ifuru nke bịa ọmịa ya ọnụ, nke bịa ohicha ya hit, nke bịa omee ya nke a meekwe ya nke a, ọkwa ya nwadụ ndụ na-eme ihe dị okay. Are you saying that if you do things right like that, is something wrong? Why will you be doing everywhere? Ibu monkey? I don't like this whole thing, really. The guys should please, let's have some fresh air. Please. My name is Oziome Ejiofo. Have a great Saturday. Happy Saturday.